against that bucket of pitches.
That slider had a second gear. That was well done. Good bite.
Back to the change. Torrio took it.
It's one thing to use that changeup when you're ahead. It's another thing when he's used it to get back into counts. Both are great weapons, but when it's ahead, that's when you get that swing and miss.
Contreras at first, one away in this first inning. Hooked down the left field line towards the corner. It's got a chance, and it is just foul. Woo.
A heart stopper. Just hooked enough when it lost its velocity, but when it left the bat and at least 3/4 of the way down the line, you're worried that it's 2-0 Brewers.
Dead last in the majors in home runs, and we're talking about them stringing together hits to win the game on Thursday. Yesterday, all 4 runs coming off home runs. They had 2 two-run shots to win that game. That one whispers by the pole, that close to becoming a 3rd home run in the last 24 hours.
Well, if you're that far out in front of a fastball, boy, you throw him another fastball, you're going to put it in a hard place to hit and keep fair. So way in, or you go and change up low and away.
It was the change, low and away, swing and a miss, strike 3.
He's starting to bat early. That's how he pulls the fastball foul. So what do? You pull the string, and you had a nice little fading action on that too.
If Scooble and the Dodgers get 7 strikeouts in this game, everybody gets that free Jumbo Jack tomorrow with the purchase of a large drink at LA area Jack in the Box restaurants, as the Dodgers head off to Denver to take on the Rockies. Bowers slaps a base hit through the left side and promptly extends his on-base streak to 19 games.
The aggressiveness of the Brewers continues. First pitch, was swatting at it and finding a hole.
Can that be jarring as a pitcher to have a team come out this aggressive?
Well, if you have good fastball command or command of 1 or 2 of your pitches, it can be like really easy. When Clayton Kershaw used to be on the mound and throwing all the strikes that he would do, remember we talk about a hot knife through butter, because it's either going to be they make an out quickly or maybe they get a hit, but still, if they put it back in play in the next batter, it's a double play. He can get out of this quickly.
Let's get Andrew Vaughn coming up here, who's the best hitter in the National League against left-handed pitching. Swings and misses ahead of a first pitch changeup. Scooble is actually much better against righties than he is lefties. That's a result of that changeup, which he uses much more frequently against right-handed hitters. And he's going to face 8 righties today. Doubles up on the change. Looked like that one cut a little bit.
Because he's looking for confidence, because he's looking for that really good first Dodger outing, he's going to stick with what his best is.
In on him, pop up, shallow right.
哎，小泽。
Has it spotted. So does Tucker, and a scoreless top of the first for Scooble. Brewers make him work, but he puts up a 0.
He's ready now. The pitch. Struck him out swinging. Strikeout number 1 for Kershaw.
Hey, can you keep it down? Some of us are still trying to work.
Sorry, Mike. Our bad.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to be the judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of it gets you. Yeah, I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
A lot of steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, is it straight protein?
Yeah.
There's Ohtani, Freeman, and Pages at the top of the order. Max Muncy bats clean up. Mookie bats at short. Kyle Tucker's back in the lineup in right field, hitting 6 with Tommy Edman at second. Teoscar Hernandez in left, and Ben Rortvedt doing the catching for Scuba today. Against the 24-year-old Logan Henderson, who in 11 starts this season, all is 6-2 with a 288.
Kind of the same combination of
大家晚上好，
with the right arm or fast
要休4點啊，還有人。
pitches. You'll also throw the cutter in there. The hard stuff is what also gets hit. You see that 190 against the changeup. He's going to lean on that four-seamer and changeup right away, and he's going to throw a lot of strikes.
Ohtani leads off and takes a strike. Yeah, the underlying numbers support everything that Henderson has shown with those surface level numbers. Not just the wins and the ERA, but only Jacob Mizorowski has a higher strikeout rate. Nobody's got a lower walk rate. So you can understand why the Brewers were hesitant to put him in any deal at the deadline. One of the big trades that he was talked about in was the Tarek Skubal discussion, because the Brewers were right there, eager to get Skubal, try and push them over the top in the National League. Tigers wanted Henderson, though, and they said no.
So they got River Ryan.
Dodgers face Henderson back in May. Gave up just 2 hits in that game, 5 scoreless innings. A little bit outside on Ohtani for ball 3.
It's a really good matchup, I think, for Ohtani. He loves to start the bat early and look for a power swing. And with a guy that throws strikes, that fits nicely.
Here's a 3-1. Ohtani fouls it back. Had a pitch to hammer right there, didn't he?
He did. Slightly up for him, but he can handle it. A lot of times the high ball, he will hit to the opposite field, left center, and the low pitch, he will turn on and hit it to right field.
That's the one, though, for Logan Henderson. And Logan will say to you, I don't even really get it. You know, low 90s and guys just don't hit it. But that low arm slot, low release point accentuates how it feels like it's rising to the hitter. Ground ball sharply through the right side, and a leadoff hit for Ohtani. On that fastball.
哦，这是个穿越安打。
Fastball pulled up, usually to left center. His flight pattern a little bit different than somebody like Mookie Betts or Freddie Freeman, but it all depends on the location of the pitch. He has a tendency, of course, to turn on the inside pitch, but also the low pitch.
It's all a good start for an offense trying to get things going. Up comes Freddie Freeman. Freddie was 0 for 4 yesterday. Is now 5 for his last 29. It was the singles that were keeping things going, but even those have dried up a little bit lately. Does not have an extra base hit in his last 17 games. Back to July 26th, the first road trip of the second half.
It's one of the longest droughts for extra base hits in his career, if not the longest.
It's the longest streak for a Dodger of nothing but singles since James Loney 15 years ago.
Singles and traffic have been no problem for this offense. It's been driven by mostly the ball leaving the ballpark. They need to get some more extra base hits and damage after the singles.
Dodgers have dropped 10 of their last 15 games in an offense loaded with stars, averaging just a little over 3 per game. Ohtani at first with a leadoff single. 1-1 pitch from Henderson to Freeman. Down and away, ball 2. And then there's the domino effect that we've talked about throughout this home stand, but that puts more pressure on the bullpen, which has drawn a lot of the criticism in this 5-10 stretch, this below 500 stretch since early July. But it's all shared and it's all related. Slices a fly ball to left. Chourio. Here comes Andy Pages, who has sandwiched that 3-hit game on Friday with a couple hitless games.
陈先生，晚上好，陈先生。在我们图奇跟 YouTube 的朋友要看比赛画面的，来我们 TikTok、抖音，我们抖音是放比赛画面哦。C 议员晚安啊，晚上好。
And similar career paths where neither guy was a big-time prospect coming out, went away with an injury and came back transformed. In the case of Henderson, it happened before he even got to the major leagues. He was drafted out of a junior college, 4th-round pick, not a big prospect, injury issues. Then he shows up in 2024, and they're like, this guy's looking different, and won their minor league pitcher of the year. They say thanks to an openness and eagerness to learn and to improve. Growth mindset. Similar to what people around Tarek Skubal have always talked about. Made it to the majors last year. Dazzled in 5 games, but then arm issues again. It was shut down for the last couple months. Pages caught out on strikes. 2 away.
He dotted that outside corner 2 pitches in a row. Look at that ball come back. 94 miles an hour with great movement. When the hitter's eyes read that ball, it is a ball, but that late movement flips the corner.
So similar patterns for these teams in the first inning. Leadoff hits and then back-to-back outs. Max Muncy climbs in and looks at a ball. 2 for 8 in this series for Muncy. Home run and a double. Couple Texas guys. Henderson out of the Houston area. Let's go of a 1-0 pitch. And a dancing changeup right there.
变速球很刁钻哦。
The Brewers were not interested in parting with this guy.
He threw that ball, and to Max Muncy, it probably felt like it backed up. He was so far out front of it. Bugs Bunny-like.
Logan said that he went up to the GM Matt Arnold when the deadline had come and passed and thanked him. I'm still a Brewer, and I'm really glad that I am.
It's got to be an emotional roller coaster for guys like Andrew Friedman, general managers, presidents of baseball ops, because they have players that they fall in love with, that make the team, want them on the team, and then all of a sudden you get to the trade deadline and people are asking for them.
It's such a tricky thing for a franchise like Milwaukee, where, yeah, you love the idea of going for it. You get the most wins in the majors, but you don't sustain the way they have, 7 postseason trips in 8 years, if you don't hold your water and a lot of times hold on to your prospects. But you also may not win it, and they haven't. Muncy's down swinging, and back-to-back Ks for Henderson to finish off this first.
Skeens' arm strength is just crazy.
I mean, a Cy Young, 2nd year.
He doesn't even look like he's trying. It's just effortless.
The ball comes out differently. You just can't see it.
What's scary is there's really nothing the guy can't do.
Babe? Can I get some help?
This one sent carry to the track, to the wall. It is gone! Kalen Culpepper, his first major league hit is a home run.
I mean, I can't hold back the smile I got right now.
He literally had every single one of his pitches working. The 2-seam fastball was explosive.
7 scoreless, 8 Ks, and did not allow a base runner after the 2nd inning.
Corbin Carroll all the way to the wall, and he's got it! Wow! What a catch!
Oh my goodness, what a catch by Corbin Carroll!
That might be the catch of the year in 26.
It's on its way! It's gone! Holy Waldschmidt!
Ryan Waldschmidt wins it! What a ball game!
Holy screams! It is 14 14 strikeouts.
Fabulous tonight. There are not enough adjectives to describe his dominance.
The Red Sox are absolutely en fuego.
Fans, vote for Cookies and Cream Cold Brew. Fill in your Ballpark Bites bracket for a chance to win tickets to try these bites in stadium. Vote at MLB.com/bracket.
Sounds good.
That was a new one for me. That's the first time reading that. I was starting to lick my lips. I was like,
I love you, but I meant the Cookies and Cream Cold Brew, not your read.
Oh,
that sounded good.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
To the second we go. Gary Sanchez taking a changeup from Tarek Skubal. That is new. First inning, they swung at everything. 15 pitches, 12 swings. And now Sanchez, who started at first base. First couple of games of this series, gets his first start at his old position of catcher today. 33 years of age. This is the best he's been since early on in his career with the Yankees, when he was an all-star twice in his first 3 full years. He's been a good leader for him. The other day in San Diego, he had a home run one game, pitched an inning the next, and proclaimed himself the Brewers' Shohei Ohtani afterwards.
it's a day to keep the ball out of the air because of the heat, and also there's some wind blowing out the center and left center.
Carried pretty well yesterday.
That'd be a good day to be a ground ball machine.
Skubal rocks and fires the 2-2. A nice changeup right there. Drops off at the table for strike 3.
Well, it's not a ground ball. It's just a little bit better than that. With Tarek, you know, we haven't seen the outstanding Skubal yet, but he has pitched in some bad luck. So far since joining the Dodgers coming into this game, only given up a batting average of 200. There has been some swing and miss. It's just really the counts because of the fastball command that haven't led to his dominance.
Brandon Lockridge taking high for a ball. And then the other thing is the walks, which kind of goes in the same hand as that lack of command you're talking about. This is the guy with the lowest walk rate in the league, but he's issued 2 in both starts, and he's also given up a home run in both starts since coming over. 2-0 on Lockridge.
Command, you can win the game. Stuff, you can win the game. But it's both edgy if you only have one or the other. If you have both, for Tarek, it would be dominant.
How about coming to a new mound? Can that take some time to get used to?
A little bit, but it's not as much usually about the mound as it is the vision. What's going on behind home plate, the distance from the catcher to the backstop. A place like Wrigley, it's asymmetrical. You look in and like the farthest point is off to your right and the closer points are on your left side. We used to see Clayton and other pitchers when they go to the away parks, if they were pitching that first game or even a second or third during batting practice, or they'd come out and stand on the mound and look in for a while, maybe do a couple mock deliveries, run off the mound just a little bit like they were fielding a bunt and then turning and seeing where first base is. You just don't want to be surprised. You got to prepare your eyes.
Joey Ortiz, who homered yesterday, has knocked in a run in all 3 games in this series, and since early July, a career about 200 hitter, top hitter in the league, hitting .345 and leading the league in OPS.
There's this thing called the batting order, and people get into the batter's box, and the guys that you don't respect, we just call them batters. The rest of them are called hitters. Those are the good ones. And he's turned himself into a hitter right now.
Got him in the Corbin Burns trade a few years ago. Yeah, was their starting shortstop for a couple years, and then they signed Cooper Pratt to the long-term contract before Pratt even gets to the major leagues. Had to sit down and talk to him about, hey, clearly you see as well as anybody you're not the guy anymore, but you're still one of our guys. We still want you to be a valuable piece of this, as long as you're open to moving around a little bit, having a different role. And talking to Pat Murphy about it, he's become one of Pat Murphy's favorite guys. The level of buy-in in what is not an easy situation. Not just to buy in, but to then thrive in that new role. He's from around here, from near Anaheim, Garden Grove. Went to Pacifica High School. Starred for the Mariners. Lockridge at first, good speed. Runs. Punch down the line, foul.
The base runner at first thinks there's a slow leg kick. A lot of times they just go on first move, because even if the lefty picks them off, you still have to have a great exchange between pitcher, first baseman, and shortstop to get a fast runner. So you can steal the bag on a pickoff just as well as stealing it on the catcher.
Not running this time. Ortiz swings and misses at a high sinker.
Well, he's established he's going to get him out with the changeup, but right there he shifts gears and beats him with the fastball.
Third strikeout, 4 away from Jumbo Jacks for Skubal and the Dodgers, and for all of you at home. Lockridge at first, 2 out, and here's the 9-hitter Jonathan Ornelas. Swinging and missing at that same location on a different version of the fastball, the 4-seam.
嗨佛，你看不到吗？现在就在播了啊。哦，看 Scuba 在这一场来到道奇队的第2次先发，看能不能拿个胜投。哎，这是一支平飞安打。
And Lockridge going first to third, using his speed. Even with the ball in front of him right there, chugging along, and the Brewers are at the corners for the top of the order.
哦，连续2局都有人站上了得点圈哦。
Ball's just elevated, makes it easier to get it to the outfield grass.
嗨，晚上好。
Milwaukee doing it again with 2 outs after the 2-out home runs yesterday. 2-out singles in both innings against Skubal, and in this case, it gets Contreras a chance at the top of the order.
Swinging early.
Snapped an 0 for 20 yesterday with a 2-for-2 game, and he singled to start this game. Hitting leadoff for the first time in his 7 years in the majors.
Base clogger. This is the reason he is hitting leadoff, that if the table ends up being set or he ends up being the table setter.
打击轮到酿酒人的第1棒，哦，第2轮的第1棒。安德拉斯。猫哥，猫哥晚上好。
Usually is an all-star, but since late June, fallen off a cliff prior to this recent little burst this last 24 hours.
These are some tense pitches for Tarik Skubal. He wants to get off to a really good start and finally have a good Dodger outing.
It's ball 3. Lars on deck.
You can have nerves before the game. You can have nerves as you're warming up a little bit, but they kind of go away. The nerves come back in these kind of situations, this context.
变速球，反球速。
And the energy and the adrenaline, but he can still find finesse with his number 1 pitch.
Two on, two out here in the second. Here's the payoff from Skubal. Contreras lofts a fly ball down the left field line. Long runs for everybody involved. Who's it going to be? Nobody. Falls in no man's land.
What I'm watching here is everybody's speed and who is the most confident they can get there. But everybody seems to figure it out early that nobody's going to get there. The captain on that plays the left fielder, and he wasn't going to get there. Teo was not going to get there at all.
Walk from Lockridge. He's at third. Single from Ornelas. He's at first. And another payoff pitch here. Fouls it off.
Glad to get that one back. It was a good hack on a decent pitch, but not a perfect pitch.
8th one of this at bat to Contreras.
Change up away after that big hack with the front shoulder flying open.
43rd pitch of the first 2 innings. There it was, and it was taken for ball 4 to load the bases.
哦，还是选到了保送。Scuba 局都有危机。
Don't get FOMO. Get my Philly style bonus jack combos and new Philly munchie meal.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
This is now 12 base runners and Scubal's 7 innings on this homestand.
And this is the situation that we have seen Milwaukee capitalize on. When they get traffic, they've been driving people in. When the Dodgers have gotten traffic in this series, a lot less times they've driven them in.
Quick visit from Mark Pryor. 28 pitches in the second inning alone for Skubal. Strikeout, walk, strikeout to start the inning, but then back-to-back 2-out base runners. And Luis Lara, 21-year-old, a little more than a month in the major leagues, goes up to the plate in a big spot early in this game. Lara's got a hit in both games that he's played in this weekend. Swings and misses at Skubal's first pitch.
First time around the order, they were very aggressive right there. They're feasting on that aggressiveness with a first pitch changeup. Another one that wasn't in the zone.
Attacks the zone right here. Dribbled it along third. That'll stay foul. And it's 0-2.
Well, only 4 of the 17 changeups he's thrown have ended up in the zone. He's getting a chase when it's effective. He's striking it over 50% of the time, and here he's gone changeup out of the zone, fastball for that foul ball. Does he go right back to the chase changeup, which in his mind and in his hand as far as feel, it's got to feel like his best pitch.
It's a 30-pitch inning for Skubal. Chance to put up a 0 despite that. Here he comes, and a bouncing ball past him won't be easy. Betts will go the short way, and Edman can't hang on.
可以，
Lockridge in to score 1-0 Brewers.
这球漏掉了哦，酿酒人先得分。
I'm interested to see the replay right here. Mookie decides to shuffle it to second. He could have went to first.
哦 ，Mookie Betts 失误。
drops this ball.
Little glance to first right before the ball came, and it was as if he was caught off guard.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to watch the ball go to first. Was not completely ready for the.
球应该传一垒会比较好一点。已经2出局。
That's a couple ones where you got to be frustrated if you're a pitcher. That fly ball that lands in foul ground, and then that routine ground ball turns into an error on Edman, and the first run of the game. And these are the kinds of things that have peppered this 5-10 stretch, leading Dave Roberts to call this an uncharacteristic stretch, unrecognizable stretch.
这是个见高不见远，但是也飞得蛮远的哦。我结束了2局上半，酿酒人是靠着一记失误得到了1分。
Skeens' arm strength is just crazy.
I mean, a Cy Young, second year.
He doesn't even look like he's trying. It's just effortless.
What's scary is there's really nothing the guy can't do.
Babe, can I get some help?
中信兄弟，中信兄弟晚上好啊！中信兄弟在这一季怎么那么烂呢？中信兄弟，嘿嘿嘿。
Just a sweet swing. So pretty. That bat comes through the one-hand swing. I almost think, look, it's not as pretty as Will Clark, but it's there.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years.
哦哈哟，哦哈哟，晚上好。早上好，天亮了哦。
over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
早上好。
Sun just playing tricks. It got Mookie Betts on that foul ball that could have been the last out last inning. Instead, Milwaukee gets to put one in play. Mookie flips it, and I think that Tommy might have been thinking Mookie's going to first. Mookie's thinking batter runner really fast. I'll go to second.
And it's Betts to lead off this second inning, taking a strike from Henderson. Think the air belongs on Edman there?
Wow. Yeah, I guess so, because if he catches it, he's out. You know what, I think Tommy was a little assuming that Mookie would just continue his momentum across the field, and if he doesn't pull up, he's going to be beyond second base, and it's going to be a backwards toss to him, but Mookie goes into the chop step and stays kind of equal with the bag and decides to go there.
Played to open up the bottom of the second inning. 6 out of 11 against the Royals to open this homestand. Just 1 of 9 against Milwaukee. Quickly down 0-2 and sends a line drive the other way for a leadoff base hit.
哦，这是一个安打哦。
Soft line drive, but a line drive and a hit nonetheless.
Up fastball. On the barrel, but not solidly on the barrel, and you're kind of glad. It would have been out if he hit it harder.
Leadoff man on again. They had leadoff man on last inning, then went 1-2-3. And here's Kyle Tucker after getting the day off yesterday, following an 0 for 16 opening to this homestand. 0 for 16 on this homestand, 5 of his last 50 at Dodger Stadium. Talking with people, it doesn't seem that it's about seeing the ball here versus not. He always hit well here as a visiting player, above 300 OPS, around 1,000 here. Spent himself on the road, but the line at home would make him the worst hitter in the National League.
It's below 200 batting average here.
嗨，博翰，晚上好。
Or so on the road, and that makes up that 234 when you drop down into the one.
我轮到 TilTok。
Normally, it's not something that's worth diving into too much, the home road split stuff, but this is something that even Dave Roberts has been talking about lately. And a lot more questions across the different media members. Nobody really seems to have firm idea.
We can go to specifics about this Dodger offense and why it's not firing on all cylinders, but the biggest view for me and context is we used to have an offense where it didn't matter where you put a hitter and they were going to succeed. Now they're searching for what lineup to use and how's it going to fire on all cylinders. I mean, we got Mookie Betts near the bottom. We got Tucker near the bottom. We got Teoscar hitting 8th. And then the next day you'll see it flip around again. And they are really working hard to find the right matchups instead of having just a whole bunch of great hitters that are pretty hot and you can put them anywhere.
Tucker loops his fly ball to right center field. Lockridge battling.
这是个右外野的飞球。
For a lot of the season, Freddie Freeman has been the most consistent guy. He's tailed off lately, 5 for his last 30. Max Muncy would be at the top of that list. Muncy's below 200 the last month. Ohtani's had the extra base hits lately, but average is down. Tommy Edman, after a hot start, has tailed off. Just one of those stretches here the last few weeks. I guess we're getting into a different conversation than home versus road here, but one of those stretches where everybody's struggling together. This is on the ground for a 4-6-3 double play. They'll send this game to the third.
What do you think?
Well, our team does need some heat on the mound, but we also need some power on the plate and someone reliable in the infield. I say we take Jimmy.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Maybe next year, guys.
Now representing the organization, Jim Leland and A.J. Hinch are presenting Miggy with a customized set of cleats made by renowned artist Marco Terzo, made from several significant baseballs from Miguel's career. The cleats are presented on a base representing the time he spent at both third and first base in his career.
Williams pops it up. Another one for Jeffers. Well, the best part about it is that he can actually try to smile a little bit.
Jeffries laughs at himself, and I think that's cool, because I'm not laughing at his inability to catch the pop. And that's the way the game is. You have to be able to laugh at yourself a little bit.
Back-to-back world champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your Southern California Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. It's the Brewers 1, the Dodgers nothing to the top of the third. 8-9-1 or 4-5-6 coming up here for the Brewers. It's Jake Bauers to lead off. And it takes one down the middle from Skubal for a strike. Grounded a base hit, the first one that he saw back in the first inning. Extended his on-base streak to 19 games. He's 2 for 2. Jake Bauers came into this year with a .670 career OPS. He's above .870 this year in his 7th season with his 7th different organization. Said it's the first time in his life that it's not been all about mechanics. Clear-minded, see the ball, try to hit the ball. And he was the guy before that would get really tied up in his mechanics and then couldn't turn it off, and it was becoming all-consuming for him to the point where he'd wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat and go and practice his swing in front of the mirror, tiptoe his way to the bathroom so he didn't wake up his wife and kids. He said if you look at, we got a challenge coming here, ABS powered by T-Mobile. And an overturn. He said he tried to look at it differently, take a step back, and okay, I kind of just got to like loosen my grip here, or I'm going to drive myself out of this game. So made a commitment to shifting that mindset this year. He said, for the first time, I don't have my whole identity wrapped up in who I am at the plate, what my numbers say I am as a hitter. I'm a dad, I'm a husband. Focusing on that side of it has opened me up to be better as a hitter, as a player. Andrew Vaughn. Two and one. Bowers out of Marina High School. Says it's the most fun he's had since he was playing there. He finished his high school career on this field. Championship game against Harvard Westlake, and Jack Flaherty 1-0. Harvard Westlake won that game, complete game from Flaherty, and he knocked in the only run. Flaherty did. Andrew Vaughn on 2-1, grounds one to short for Betts, and they will turn two, return the favor.
Six, 4-3. Change up, blowing away, roll over. Mookie does a solid job feeding it to Tommy. Tommy gets it to Freddie easy.
So the base is wiped clean, 2 out, and Gary Sanchez tried to hit it a mile.
Another swing. Oh my gosh, Milwaukee swung at about 60% of the pitches he's thrown. Very few, rarely do they have a called strike that they take. If it's near the strike zone, they are hacking.
There you go again. Down the line, Tucker and Freeman. Freddie Freeman over the shoulder.
With the wind blowing out and the ball carrying, the outfielders are playing deep. They're not getting to much. Mookie lost one in the sun. Freddie catches this one.
Skeens' arm strength is just crazy.
I mean, a Cy Young, second year.
He doesn't even look like he's trying. It's just effortless.
The ball comes out differently. You just can't see it.
What's scary is there's really nothing the guy can't do.
Babe? Can I get some help?
For the first 2 months of the season, San Diego's dynamic showman, Fernando Tatis Jr., has experienced, well, let's just call it a power outage. One of the game's most electric players had gone 55 consecutive games and more than 200 at-bats without a home run. That all changed last Saturday against the Nats. In the top of the fifth, Tatis faked a bunt on the first pitch, but on the next pitch, he unleashed, like really unleashed, crushing the ball 451 feet.
Home run number 1 of 2026 for Fernando Tatis Jr.
It was his longest home run since 2021 and capped a 6-game stretch in which he had 13 hits and raised his batting average by 24 points.
Enjoy the ride, Fernando.
With the home run monkey off his back, let's see if El Nino can turn the tide and add the power surge the Padres will need to keep pace with the Dodgers in the NL West.
The first 40,000 fans on August 23rd will take home an exclusive pair of Uniqlo sunglasses. Presented by, you guessed it, Uniqlo. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
What a day here in Los Angeles. Temperature in the low 80s. Dodgers and Brewers on a Sunday afternoon. 1-0 Milwaukee. Joe Davis, Ohtani, David Vassay in for Kirsten today. Running the second for the Brewers on a 2-out air. Teoscar Hernandez starts the last of the third for LA against Logan Henderson. With the leadoff man on both innings against the youngster, but nothing doing after that. 1-2-3 in the first. 1-2-3 in the second with a double play ball. Hernandez, who's got a hit in all 3 games in this series, cuts and misses at that cutter. Back to the conversation we're having about the offense trying to get it going, and so many guys slumping together. For Hernandez, that's been pretty much since coming back in late June. And Dave Roberts has said it, we don't want to hit him down here. We want to have him as the 8 hitter. The best version of this lineup has him hitting up near the top of it. Chases badly right there. Third K for Henderson.
That is the Achilles heel area, but it was really tough on the pitch selection for him to swing it. That was never a strike. That just is a glaring example of his struggles.
Up comes Ben Rortvedt, Verona, Wisconsin native. It's a fly ball to center field for Lara. And retired quickly, 2 gone in the third. So yeah, Ben grew up a Brewers fan. Prince Fielder was his guy. Up comes Ohtani, 1-0, 2 gone here in the third. Single to open the ball game, and we're stranded right there. Dodgers only 1 run the last 2 days, and he knocked it in with a triple yesterday. Said earlier, it's a good matchup for him. He singled his first time, got a low fastball, pulled it through the right side.
When you have a power hitter and you're a strike thrower, you have to make good pitches right away because they're going to cheat into their power swing. They don't care if they swing and miss, because if I swing and miss at 2, but the third one I get, you're in trouble. And especially because it's mainly fastball changeup. So if you can be on time for the changeup and still be in there for the fastball, it's a really tough equation for a pitcher. But it can happen quick as an out, and it can happen quick as a home run. Big situation, man on third, less than 2 outs. I'd rather have the home run hitter. I'll get this, look for the swing and miss, but I don't want to see the singles guys up there. The contact guys, you don't want to see them up there when you need a strikeout or a pop-up. You want to see the big guy like Ohtani and go, okay, we're going to go all or nothing.
On a 2-2 from Henderson. Ohtani swings and misses, chases a change way off.
What do you think?
Well, our team does need some heat on the mound, but we also need some power on the plate and someone reliable in the infield. I say we take Jimmy.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Maybe next year, guys.
He drives it to deep left center field. Back goes The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Well, Tommy John passed away yesterday. Legendary name, Tommy John. It wasn't just the fact that he had the first surgery that became his namesake surgery, but 26 years as a pitcher. Only Nolan Ryan in the modern era had a longer major league career. Tommy pitched until he was 46 years old. More than half his career came after the operation. He passed away yesterday at the age of 83.
He was a lot of fun to talk to about pitching. Lived out in Orange County. Of course, we didn't really cross paths other than relating to a veteran who pitched so long and who was on other teams, but got to see him every once in a while at the stadium here in different times. One of the best sinkers that you will ever see. And then the early version of what people call now a sweeper. But for him, it was a curveball.
They'll pop up off of the bat of Brandon Lockridge and to right field. Kyle Tucker is there for the first out of the fourth. Derek Skubal getting his day back on track last inning with an 8-pitch third. Much needed after a 30-some pitch second.
He's getting ahead today. Way better fastball command coming into this inning. 13 for 15 as far as first pitch strikes.
Here's Joey Ortiz, jumps on the first pitch and fouls it off. Well, Dave Roberts was talking about getting to know Tarik Skubal as a person the last couple weeks. Dave said it's been a short period of time, obviously, but I feel like I got a pretty good gut. And he said this guy is different. Said the mind, the way he works his body, focus, humility. He said all those things, you put them together. He says he feels like Tarik Skubal after a few weeks of knowing him is different, special in every way. He gets a chase on this changeup to strike out Ortiz for the second time today.
They're swinging. And he's throwing it, and they're not getting many called strikes, but they are swinging and missing. You know, the inning they get the run with the error with bases loaded, Tarik will tell you, well, that was my fault. I set the table for free for him with 2 walks.
Trying to get it done here with 2 outs. Ornelas takes strike 1. Ornelas had a single with 2 outs in the second. All 5 runs from Milwaukee the last couple days have come with 2 outs. Those ones hurt a little more.
They sure do.
2 outs and 2 strikes, and the Brewers thorny in both those.
And that's that contact mentality of them.
Offered to change up, and it's 1-2.
They're very aggressive, but then once they get to 2 strikes, they're very much, if I'm swinging, I'm trying to make contact. We saw Shohei wave at the changeup. We saw Teo wave at the slider away. You're not going to see that much from Milwaukee. They're not going to go for the all or nothing. It's not even their game, right? They're not a home run hitting club. They're the pesky, grind it out, run the bases, take the extra base, put the pressure on you, capitalize on your mistakes.
And first, know thyself. Don't try to be what you're not. Chopper to Muncy, plays it aggressively. And after 5 base runners against Skubal the first 2 innings, he's faced the minimum the last 2.
me down. Some of us are still trying to work.
Sorry, Mike. Our bad.
From South Korea, just the third. There's a swing and a miss. Royce Lewis, one of the hottest hitters going in the big league, strikes out, and Miz has his first K. 2 outs in the first. And a swing and a miss. 104.
Struck him out swinging. 104 with a fastball, and he K's a pair of twins in the opening inning.
Comes to Mizorowski with the extreme fastball. There's a swing and a miss. Another heater, and he gets his third strikeout.
And this one in the zone, down and in. Clemens just cannot get to it underneath.
17 consecutive fastballs he's thrown.
The 0-2 pitch, and he got him looking. A fastball at 103 on the inside edge. Strikeout number 8 on the afternoon for Miz. He sits the Twins down in order in the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom of 4. It's 1-0 Milwaukee on the Brewers radio network. Be one of the first 40,000 fans on August 21st and take home this exclusive Luka Doncic bobblehead. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information.
Brewers got a run in the second inning. Dodgers still looking for their first. They've got the right guys coming up here. Freeman, Pages, Muncy against Logan Henderson, who's in there with strike one. We got the right guy too. Hi, Dave Vasse.
Hey, Joe. Yeah, Freddie Freeman back in the starting lineup for the second straight day after Thursday night falling down those stairs in the visitors' dugout. He texted Dave Roberts on Friday and said, yeah, you know what? I'm good. I can play. But it was a scheduled day off. There it is. He said he was very lucky that he landed on that flat area there, or he could have really hurt his head. He just felt sore from head to toe, and Thomas Albert, the Dodgers trainer, said, hey, do we need to get x-rays? And Freddie's like, on my whole body?
Line drive slapped to left field and caught by Chourio. Thomas said, well, we can do that. We do have the technology to do so. I mean, they got like a full-fledged high-tech hospital down there.
And Freddie does not give up on any foul ball. He really doesn't think about his body. And this was the one he made today, which you really think the right fielder's gonna, but Tucker was so deep he couldn't get there, and Freddie made the over-the-shoulder Willie Mays catch.
Made it look easy. Pages here with one gone.
Freeman.
Willie started doing the basket catch, became habit when he was playing on military bases, trying to entertain the troops and get spirits up. It was a way to make everybody laugh and smile. And he got so good at it, it became his trademark as he got to the major leagues. A lot of chase for Logan Henderson today. Struck out 4. He's given up just 2 singles, not walked anybody. Cue shot, race to the bag. Henderson wins it. 17th major league start for the youngster from Houston, and trying to get to 10-2 with an ERA below 2.5.